Now to my regular viewers, this episode is also for my youngest viewer, who often watches it with his dad, and he's big into Paw Patrol. So, here we go. Oh, we'll be back to normal next week, don't worry. Now, I am not happy with the finish that I've got by using the toothpaste. It came out pretty good, but not as good as I think I can get. In fact, I know it's not. So what I'm going to try to do this morning is I'm going to try and press this apart. I've only done this maybe 5 times altogether. And I've got a set of punches here. Each one varies in size by a 64th of an inch. So what you try to do is find the one that is as close as possible to the inside of your brass tube. Okay. Now this one here, it's a little bit, that might be just about right. Yeah. It's a little bit tight. Yeah, it's a little bit tight, but better a little bit too tight than too loose. Now, I want to show you something here. At least this is what I do. Whenever I'm going to go and press something apart, here's another kit exactly like this. I want to just check and see what is it that I'm going to be pressing up against here. And obviously, it's not any of the twist mechanism that I can accidentally damage. So that's good. Now there is something that I just noticed here, and that is that where the punch is going to be pushing up against the inside of this part, it's kind of cone-shaped. It's sort of flared. And I'm afraid that, well, first of all, I've decided that the larger one is just too tight. And I want to use the next size down. But the next size down is a little bit too loose. It'd be nice if it was perfect. And, well, maybe I can zoom in here a little bit and show you what I'm talking about. Now I want you to notice that this part here is sort of, well, it's, I don't know if you call it chamfered. This one here is chamfered. So this one here is the opposite of chamfered, whatever that's called. And in other words, when I try to press this part up, there's the chance that the pen part is going to spread. It's going to flare, in other words. So I think what I'm going to try to do is make my own custom-made punch that'll be just exactly the right size. It'll be kind of fun. So my friend Marshall here, he said that if I was to take a spike like this and turn the head down so that it just nicely fit into the brass tube and had the shoulder nice and square, it'd work a lot better than that punch. Yeah. Now don't get too close, Marshall, or you're going to get your nose bumped. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to face the end of the head here so it's going to be nice and square. Now, Marshall, do you have your safety glasses on? No? Well, then you can't stand there. Well, I'm sure that once again you can't help but get the picture. Now that's a perfect fit. Now when you squeeze these on, you don't want to damage your clip, and you don't want to squeeze real hard because you will end up cracking your acrylic. So you just sort of have to go by the feel of it. There's no little gauge on it, you just have to go by the feel. And if I squeeze it too much, then my new punch isn't going to want to go in. I think that's going to be just fine. Okay. Now I drilled this hole in this block for something a few months ago, and I've never tried this combination before, but I don't see why this shouldn't work. This decorative end here will go up inside, won't get damaged, I hope. And if it does rub somewhere, it's just rubbing on wood. Now I want to mention here that if you happen to have had to have used CA glue for any reason to hold this together, this probably won't come apart, but this should work. Hold it here so that you might be able to see something. Well, there we go. Nothing is damaged, nothing is badly scratched or anything. In fact, it's not scratched at all. Okay, now the plan is I want to buff the little scratches out and finish off where the toothpaste left off. This video is getting a little bit long here, so I'm going to cut it short. And I buffed here for probably about 4 minutes altogether. Let me put on the macro lens. Now ignore all those little pieces of dust that you can see there and look for scratches, and hopefully you're not going to be seeing too many. Well, no question about it, we really improved on it. I was planning on just leaving it the way it was after the toothpaste process, and I'd be able to say I shined this one up with toothpaste, but I just wasn't satisfied because I knew I could do it better, so I did it better. And I guess that's it for the toothpaste experiment for sure. So, thanks for watching. You too, Jackson.